The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Little River Medical Center.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I'm back at Little River Medical Center, and we're talking early childhood development, and I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
I'm doing wonderful. Tell me all about why early childhood development is so important in young kids.
The first 3 years of life, the brain has the most rapid development. So you go from 25% when you're born, and by the age of 3, you're at about 80% of development of your brain. So that brain is now forming all of the wiring that it needs to be able to carry you on in the future.
Wow. Are there any skills or areas of academics that are more important than others, like math or reading?
The interesting thing I always found was that once a child is born, the brain is automatically wired for math. And math seems to be a subject that a lot of students don't do well in. So by starting earlier, I'm hoping that we can bring these math scores up once children hit school.
It's kind of hard to get kids to want to do math sometimes.
Well, there's an easy way to do it. If you just start when they're very, very little and hold their hand in front of their face and start by counting their fingers and make it a game. And this is very, very tiny. And then as they grow, you can do shapes. You know, I see a circle. Can you pick up a circle? And then when they get a little bit older, you can try sorting. Like if you're doing the laundry, this is a sock, a red one, a white one, and a blue one. And can you help me put these in the right piles? So they're actually, you know, you're going from just adding all the way to geometry and, you know, making that all come together at a very early age.
That's really cool. I would never think about pattern recognition, you know, when it comes to math. I was thinking just multiplication tables, stuff like that. But my favorite subject in school was reading. What do kids need to be reading at a younger age?
You need to really start reading from day one. And the nice thing about the really young babies is you can just put them on your lap, hold them, read your own book. They just need to hear the sound. The brain is constantly picking up. It's going to hear words. It's going to be filing everything away. Then as they get a little bit older, you can open a book, go through the book and pick out pictures or make your own story. And then as they become older, then you want to be able to point at a word and follow along, because now the brain is going to be making a connection that voices and words come from letters. And then that leads on into being able to start with your alphabet and things like that.
This is fascinating. Yeah. Are there any other things that families need to be looking out for? Any screenings they need to be doing for early childhood development?
Yeah, when you come into our office, our pediatric team, they will start from birth and they follow the child. Notes are taken, doctors are looking, you know, development people are in there talking with you. And then if we see things start to trend a little and then they start to drop off, we're able to catch that very early and send them for speech therapy, occupational therapy, have autism testing if needed, ADHD testing. So the earlier you catch that, the sooner it can be treated, and then the better off the outcome is later.
What do you guys do here at Little River to be advocates for moms and dads?
We are actually the child's advocate, which makes us automatically the parent's advocate. So we have just the ability for you to sit and talk to, you know, an early childhood development person and say, these are my concerns, I just had a new baby. And then we have in-house referrals that we can do too, like our PAT team and others.
That's awesome. You guys have lots of resources here.
We do, yes.
We love that. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Chris. Guys, if you want to learn more information, you can always go to www.lrmcenter.com.
This portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Little River Medical Center.